very significant breaking news. Michael Cohen, the president's former lawyer, longtime fixer, has agreed to testify before the House Oversight and Reform Committee on February 7th. This is according to Elijah Cummings, the chairman of the committee, releasing a statement saying that Cohen will testify before this committee. And of course, Cohen has been a central player, very close to this president. Of course, he pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 3 years in prison for multiple charges, including 2 campaign finance-related charges in which he allegedly he admitted to making being involved with payments to silence women who alleged affairs with this president in the heat in the days when the running up to the 2016 campaign. Federal prosecutors, of course, said that Trump directed Cohen to make those payments. The president has denied that, but those will be key questions that will be asked at this oversight hearing. Also, Cohen admitted to lying to Congress in previous classified testimony about a Trump Tower Moscow project that the Trump organization was pursuing back in the early part of 2016 and in late 2015. He had said at the time to the committees that that occurred in January 2016. It ended at that point, but it turns out it was actually June of 2016 that the court papers revealed that he was involved with that. So questions undoubtedly will come about that involvement, about what happened to the Trump Tower Moscow project, and the president's knowledge and involvement, then candidate Trump, while what was happening with that project while the Russian interference campaign was ongoing. And on top of that, the court filings also revealed about Michael Cohen that he spoke to a Russian in 2015 who had offered, quote, political synergy with the Trump campaign while discussing the Trump Tower Moscow project. But what does that mean? And those will be questions that members will ask at a hearing that we believe is going to be public, because Michael Cohen himself said so in a statement to CNN. He said, "I look forward to having the privilege of being afforded a platform with which to give a full and credible account of the events which have transpired." He said he agreed to testify in furtherance of my commitment to cooperate and provide the American people with answers. Now, this testimony on February 7th in front of the House Oversight Committee will be the first time that Cohen has come before Congress in a public setting. There has been those private testimonies before, first time since he cooperated with the Mueller investigation as well. And also, Brianna, a real sign of the Democratic efforts to oversee and investigate this president, really the first aggressive effort to investigate this president, the controversies, the scandals that have occurred that Republicans, when they were in charge, have decided not to look into. Elijah Cummings actually asked the chairman of this same committee, Trey Gowdy, when the Republicans ran this in the last Congress, to look into the Michael Cohen situation, these payments. Gowdy did not do that. Now Cummings, in his first days in power, plans to do just that, announcing this testimony, which Michael Cohen says will be public, and that's going to happen on February 7th. A very, very significant development that we all be watching.